Well, the fire that broke out at an Orrington trash facility nearly a week ago now has been contained, but it is still smoldering. New today, Eagle Point Energy Center, the current owner of that facility, is now being sued by the plant's former owner, PERC. News Center Maine's Katie Delaney has the latest on the fire and now the lawsuit.
Crews are still fighting the fire here at the Eagle Point Energy Center. There have been some improvements from last week. Though the smoke continues, the Maine DEP says the particle pollution in the area near the fire is moderate, meaning the air quality is acceptable.
We've been able to keep those hot spots smaller, which has in fact, reduced the smoke by a lot. And we just continue to do that.
Orrington Fire Chief Scott Stewart says crews are hoping to fully extinguish those hotspots and leave the site by Friday. Town Manager Chris Backman says it'll likely be another 2 to 3 weeks before the remaining trash is removed from the facility.
AIM Recycling is in there with 2 pieces of equipment, pulling the hot stuff out and fanning it out and trying to extinguish the fire.
Beyond the fire, more problems are rising for Eagle Point Energy Center as PERC has filed a lawsuit against the company, claiming Eagle Point has interfered with PERC's municipal waste contracts. In a statement, a representative from Eagle Point Energy Center writes, in part, "We have heard these allegations from the former owners of the facility in the past, and while baseless, we feel comfortable letting this be resolved with the applicable regulatory agencies and the courts." After the fire Tuesday, an Eagle Point representative said that PERC improperly disposed of thousands of tons of trash at the facility, contributing to the fire. PERC says in its lawsuit that Eagle Point bought the facility knowing the trash was there.
To go back and blame someone who hasn't owned the facility for nearly a year, particularly when you bought it knowing that the waste was in there, I think is really disingenuous. It does look like they are simply trying to shift blame.
The cause of the fire is still under investigation, though Fire Chief Stewart says we'll likely never know what started it. The Maine DEP will continue monitoring the air quality until the fire is extinguished. In Orrington, Katie Delaney, News Center, Maine.